Twitch!
Whoa.
What? Okay. Thanks, y'all. Alright. We're back. It's been a few weeks. Alright. The last we left off, we were waiting
Sorry.
until, it was time to get in the boat.
Yes.
Hold on
After
just a
a,
minute.
no worries, take your time. After
Sorry.
a, harrowing, night in an underground labyrinth city.
Was it that harrowing? Except for the mask.
It was distressing.
Distressing. I can go with distressing. Historically significant.
Yes.
A historically significant night.
At the very least, mildly confrontational.
You recovered quite a bit of cash from
Yeah.
your shitty employer, from your shitty guy supreme. Yeah. And then there's not too much to do. You are anything that you would like to take care of. It's going to be like essentially downtime when you're on the boat. So anything that you want to take care of, either in the city or taking care of doing personal projects while you're in the boat, before you reach Last Gate.
I think we wanted to send a message to Dora.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I did not write that over the last couple weeks, and I absolutely do not have the energy to come up with ascending right now.
Okay.
Can we just say, hand wavy, we wrote ascending to Dora containing the information?
Okay.
Just like
So
updating her.
you don't have to like say it in as many words, but will you just tell me the information that you want to know, to her to know?
I think we were just like updating her. We found this labyrinth. We found this message from Lakra, blah blah blah, the stuff about the other cities, stuff about Sitha. I mean, I guess the name of Lakra is a kind of a big thing
Yeah.
we found. That this party had gone through on tips from her dad. Basically just the gist of that whole stuff. I guess I should ask everybody else, do we want to fill Dora in on that prophecy?
So that depends on when we as characters discuss letting Dora know. We kind of, hold on, did we?
Because we've been talking about wanting to contact Dora for a while.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we'd just say something like, we found a message of some sort of prophecy, suggests that there may be some kind of return of the forgotten gods.
And a potential consequence to it.
Right.
And do we as characters know that Dora's father was here?
Yeah, we wrote that was
Yeah.
Yes.
Because it was Ellie's, they were in the same group.
Yeah.
And then I think maybe like the locations of the other cities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, they're
Just the nerdy stuff she would want to know.
It's a lot of stuff for 25 words.
It's okay.
Yeah, well,
You know
maybe we
what?
send. Yeah.
Oh, also, I will have you do something important while you're on the boat. You will level up.
Oh, fuck
Oh.
yeah.
Sorry that I didn't. I meant to mention this earlier today, but then I kept forgetting. I don't think we're gonna really be doing combat today, so like no rush. But just so you know, I believe this is level 11, unless I can't remember
Yes.
for shit.
It is 11.
All right, great.
I will just mark. I'm just going to mark that.
No
Hold
worries.
on. I am trying to check.
So that's what you want to tell Dora. Great. Did you tell her where Agar is?
I don't know where the hell that is.
The city that you were
Oh, then yes.
in. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Dora responds. I'm also not gonna type out 25 words because
I need to just grab my PHP real quick.
no worries.
Okay, 1 sec.
We're at level 11. So you know what? Sending can be however long you want because I'm tired. This is my funny decision. Sending can be however long you want, except when it's really funny for it to get cut off.
Sorry, I'm back.
No worries.
Did you destroy the universe while you were gone?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good for you.
Good. Thank
Damn.
goodness. We've been waiting on that one a
Done
while.
21.
Um,
What?
we've been waiting on that a while.
Yeah.
Oh fuck! Back to the time loop. Let's do the time loop again.
I
Anywho.
reformed it real fast.
Oh, okay. Just like Sonic. Okay.
Just like Sonic.
Okay. Dora responds, and he's really enthusiastic about the information.
Okay.
He's really enthusiastic about all this information. Offers to. She says that she will. She's been hearing a little bit about Labyrinth City, older parts of the deeper labyrinth of Enofa. Parts were connected to other underground cities that have since been abandoned. She is a little confused when you mention about the fact that you said that they went here on tips from her father. She says that she has every one of his journals, until the time until that last journey, that last mission. And there was no mention of this city.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Huh.
Which indicates someone was intentionally suppressing this, even or something.
Something.
But like
or
nothing
something
else.
else.
She's like a little confused, but she's mostly excited. She does ask where you're heading to. Do you tell her where you're heading to next?
Where are we? Oh, right. Rome. I
Yeah,
don't know.
we're heading to
But do you
Rome by
tell
way
her?
of Lastgate.
Okay.
I don't see why we wouldn't tell her.
Yeah.
I just don't
We
know
were
why.
already thinking about meeting her in Last Gate.
Okay.
Like, if we wanted to teleport. We'd end up taking a boat instead, but like.
Uh. Uh. She actually will. When you say that that you're going to Rome by way of Lastgate, she in her response she will say, I'm I have a few weeks until I can really start at my expedition deeper into the labyrinth. And she offers to teleport you. She offers to if she can help you out with getting to Rome.
Is
Sweet.
there a teleportation circle in Rome
Yes, there's
Almost
definitely a
certainly.
teleportation circle in Rome.
that she has
Okay.
access to?
Potentially.
So is she offering to transport us from Castle Sol to Rome?
Yes, that is what she's
Okay.
offering. She's like
I mean-
she like knows people. I feel like she's been there like once. I feel like it's very like you go through every circle in your library database.
I mean, that's probably easier than passing through the Court of Fire.
Yeah.
Almost certainly. We wouldn't get the views, but the views are severely degraded by the danger.
Right.
So yeah, we're gonna take Dora up on that. Let Dora know when we expect to arrive in Last Gate, which should be sometime. I don't remember. It's in my letters.
Probably 11th, probably like 11th to 13th of Deep Hive.
Yeah.
Because that's you arrive on the 11th of Deep Hive. You can probably get to Castle Soul in like 3 days.
Yeah, it took us like I think a full day. Am I imagining that?
That would make sense. So you can get there in like a day.
Mm.
You know, it was.
Yeah, because we didn't. The first time we went there, we didn't camp. I believe.
It was a
I
long
don't.
time ago.
It was
It
a
was a long
long
time ago.
before we had any discussions about maps and their relative
Yeah.
Yeah.
distances. So all is well.
All right. Yeah. So that's anything else anyone wants to do on the boat.
Yes. I was racing through my notes to try and find this, and I found it in session 45, which is that's around when I started practicing with my pan flute,
Mm-hmm.
with the intent of eventually gaining proficiency.
I think you're able to.
On the 5th of flowering, or during that, because that was a travel time when we went from 5th of flowering to Idon, made a roll, and I have here 1 more month of practice before proficiency gained, and that will almost certainly happen sometime on the boat's journey if I keep practicing.
Absolutely.
Should we, if we're teleporting, do we need to like fill Bennu in on that?
Yeah, that's
Like,
not a
just
bad
heads
idea.
up, we're gonna get there sooner
Okay.
Yeah.
than we thought we would.
Yeah.
You
So
can write
yeah,
a short letter or sending.
yeah. What
If I send a bird, can it get to her in 24 hours?
No,
Okay.
that's too far.
Cool. Yeah, I figured, but worth asking.
What kind of bird?
Yeah.
Oh, you know.
Big.
Yeah.
I
Big
don't have any concept of distances.
No, I'm sure you don't. Which is
So
excellent.
Journey will
I'm not talking about Willow. I'm talking about me.
Yeah, same difference. You think I have a concept of distance? I made the map.
I don't know numbers, and that qualifies as numbers.
It really does.
Yeah.
So how are we letting Bennu know?
I guess fucking sending.
Journey will.
Unless Journey has a special thing.
Journey has a special thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
Journey-
yeah.
Journey's going to let you know that he can write a letter and burn it, and on the when Bennu next wakes up, it will appear next to her.
Then yes, do that, please.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Mhm.
And he'll say, yeah, I wrote her already, saying, giving our rough arrival at Last Gate, and from there we try and get to Rome. Now that we have a more immediate plan, I'll let her know. If any of you want to add something, just, I guess write your own sheets of paper, and I'll include it in the envelope when I burn it.
Does anyone?
Should we ask her like if she has any updates on like Mon's positioning?
So many letters.
Like, has Amon already got there?
This doesn't have to be like a full-fleshed.
Right.
Like, it's just gonna be like, give me the bullet points, and I can give you Bennu's answer bullet points.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I didn't get a letter back from Bennu, did I? After my latest letter.
No.
Okay.
No, you did not.
Cool.
Is that a Nemo forgot to
Wait.
write it, or we should be concerned thing?
That's a good question. Nemo, don't answer.
Did I? Or have I? I might have forgot. It's been a. Where did I put this letter?
There were a lot of letters happening, and they were not in the right order, like at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's totally fine if.
I thought I did, but maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah. I mean, so
Man,
actually,
my
here's the
sheet's
thing.
getting scrunk.
The
Sorry.
letter that I quote unquote sent to Bennu already
Mm-hmm.
is happening. It's dated the 18th of New Bees, which is technically around when this game is starting, because that's roughly when the last one ended. I just wrote the letter in advance.
Yeah, no
So
worries.
so I'll probably, instead of writing a new letter, just amend this one saying we're getting
Okay.
a teleportation from. So there's not a whole new thing.
Sounds good to me.
It's basically the last letter written there plus teleportation.
Okay. Um. I don't know if I can. Let me see if I can go through your letter and give you the points. Um. Actually, no. I feel like this is important. That letter is important enough that I have to write a real response.
Yeah, sorry.
No, no
So
worries. But
you
I can.
can get, we can imagine just
Yeah.
the
She
teleportation plus
knows.
Amon.
Um. Yeah. Um. And I will say, unless sorry, sounds, and I just don't want to. Okay, sorry, things are happening. What was I saying? I will say, unless, I will say this. Oh God, I lost my train of thought completely. Bennu is
Okay.
going to send you a letter, on, the pen that you will receive on the morning of the 11th of Deepive. That will be an
Ah,
answer to this letter. But I don't, because I don't have the rest of that. But I do have, a list of people who uh uh oh God. So Bennu Eligos got into contact with Bennu about these local contacts in Rome.
right.
Um and these are the contacts that Bennu has. She just has names and yeah, she just has their names. So there is, she just have their names like a little bit of what they look like, not a lot. So just like
Yeah.
names and like races.
Yeah.
So we have.
Just so my fellow players are in the loop, there are a couple letter exchanges between Journey and Elagos. Elagos is the commander of the Order of Desolation, and basically let him know a lot of what was going on, and asked for some advice. And one of the things Elagos responded was that he'd talked to the kings of hell and basically asked them to, I guess, activate would be the right word,
Mhm.
various people they had deals with in the city of Rome. That might be of use. And that, um, what is it? What is it? What is it? that there's basically contacts that might be willing to give us aid while in Rome.
All right,
And
so
yeah,
your
sorry for interrupting you.
contacts, no worries. Your contacts as of right now are, and I will put these into the chat when I'm done reading them aloud because big fan of some of these names.
Okay.
Runcible Frank, a gnome.
Oh my god.
Disquiet, a tiefling. Beetle Patch, a firbolg. And Nourish Larissa, who, as far as you know, Fenuha says, is an Asimar tiefling.
An Azamar tiefling.
Funny hybrids. That's what Rome is about. I'm just such a big fan of Runcible Frank.
I like Beetle Patch. It's really good.
Thanks.
Okay, I'm just writing those down.
Yep.
Nourish Larissa. Interesting.
I'm bad at coming up with virtue names.
No, it's fine. No, I don't care about the virtue name. I'm interested in the surname.
Oh, I didn't have to come up with that one.
I know.
You did. So you get this list of names, right
Do we
as
have
you're about to disembark.
pronouns for these?
Yes, I can give you pronouns.
If it's not too much trouble, I don't want to slow the game down. Or
Nah, it's real quick.
game's pretty slow anyway. It's not a problem.
Wow,
It's a state of being. It's not a problem. It's comfortable. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
All right.
Hey guys, I have access to Heroes Feast now.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
That makes two of us.
It does.
But
Oh,
you can
so
do
other
it
things.
without gaining a level of exhaustion.
Right.
Anybody else have a boat project? Can be anything. Well, no, it can't be anything because it has to be able to be done in a boat.
I go fishing. How successful am I?
Roll a survival check.
I want to clarify.
Yes?
I turn into a pelican and go fishing.
Yes.
Roll and roll. I want to. You know what? I want to say roll a D100 with advantage.
Okay. With advantage. Hold on. Where are my percentile dice? They're hiding is what's up. There's one. Okay. Okay, 45.
45.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you do pretty good. You catch a fair amount of fish.
Hell yeah.
And do you eat them all yourself?
No, I probably I go onto the boat as a pelican still, and I dump fish in my friends' laps.
Oh, for your friends. Okay.
As a gift.
Do you offer
Are you
this
toothless
to
right
the rest of the court? Not the court, the boat, the crew.
now?
The course.
Sure.
We're still in Ferry. We never left.
After I've dumped the fish, yeah, I give one to the captain, the whatever.
Okay. Do you just give them a raw? Do you give them like one? Or do you give them a
I
bunch?
just start dumping. I give everybody a raw fish.
I would like to make
No,
a charisma
actually, you
check.
know what? Hold on. I'm going to start over. I dump one on. Okay, start over. I take them all to. Is there a cook?
Yes.
I take them all to the cook.
Roll charisma with advantage.
Okay, as a pelican?
As a pelican.
I don't know what a pelican's charisma is.
That's okay because your brain stats are still you.
Cool. Then it's a charisma of 0. So where are my? You said with advantage?
With advantage. I mean, I gotta say, I don't think a pelican has more charisma than you do.
I don't know about that. Pelicans are quite charismatic.
Animals generally have pretty low. Uh,
Oh, I got a natural 20
Oh,
nice.
yay!
and an 18.
Not a major. The cook hugs you. The cook
As a bird?
straight up hugs this strange pelican who has brought him a ton of fish. And
I think for flavor, when I like transform, I've still got sort of the feathers have some sort of the modeling,
mhm.
like how I have the like moss.
Yeah, I don't think that
I'm
he
blanking on the
knows
actual
who
word for
you
it.
are particularly.
That's
I think he
fine.
just hugs a strange bird.
Cool.
Yeah, but I think he does recognize you later when you come in to get food, and you will
I
get.
think actually if I'm like done fish, like I don't know how many I can bring at a time.
You can probably bring more if you're a bird.
I
Got
like
that big mouth.
however many birds I take multiple trips, and then when I'm done, I untransform and then hug him back.
Okay. You will get. I don't remember what I said was included in the meal package with the standard fare, but you will get upgraded meals essentially
Fuck yeah.
for no
Nice.
extra fee because you have given him all this nice fish and he's very grateful. All right.
I think I do swallow a few as a pelican.
Absolutely.
And I probably spend some time being a word. The ones that aren't gulls that like hang out
Osprey.
in the streams of the big boats.
Ooh.
I know what this is.
Albatross.
Nope, not that big. They're called whatever, it'll come to me later.
Okay.
I'm turning to those, just spend some time like drifting in the backdraft of the boat.
All right. Boat projects before we move on.
Is there anything that I would be able to do with um the vegetables slash like seeds that I got from the city, like
Yeah,
with
that
my
Did you
my
take a
potions
bag?
kit?
Did you take a bag of? Oh, ooh, with your potions kit.
Yes.
Interesting. I would like you to roll. Let me see what. Does anyone know off the top of their head what is it intelligence for the potion making tools?
probably.
You mean like from Xanathar's or? Because tools don't actually have a ton of skills automatically associated with them in the core book.
Okay. I'm gonna say it's probably intelligence.
Okay.
I would say roll an intelligence check with proficiency.
Okay. That helps.
I have
All right.
Xanathar's in front of me if
Do-do-do.
that helps.
We're just gonna go like this. Make it easier.
Mhm.
Actually, I
Intelligence
can't find potion making kits, so
proficiency.
it doesn't work anyway.
Okay, that's going to be 18
18.
or 19, sorry.
19. So how many seeds? You took quite a few seeds.
I did. I'm going to say I'm specifically working with the probably the I don't know.
And you're working with specifically seeds. You haven't germinated them at all.
No.
Okay. I would say for every 4 seeds, you are able to use those and some ingredients that you have to create a standard potion of healing.
Sick.
I will
Yeah.
say after you make the first one, you have an inkling that this is not as potent as this like produce. From agar could be.
Okay. Interesting. I will just... Okay, so then I'll just do, I think 2 will probably,
Okay.
for every 4 seeds, one potion. I think 2 is good right now.
And they're just the base 1d4.
Okay,
But you are able to craft them.
awesome.
Guys, I'm looking at spells, and there's this druid spell called Bones of the Earth, which sounds sick as fuck, but it's like lame.
Yeah, I know.
You cause 6 pillars of stone to burst from places on the ground you can see within range.
Aw, man.
Like,
Yeah.
that's such a kick-ass name for a spell. Why would... What?
I mean,
Come on.
You could
does
fucking
interesting.
smash someone into the ceiling.
Yeah, but like, call it Pillar Summon. Summon Pillar.
Yeah.
Bones of the Earth, I thought it was gonna do some like Harrow Hark necromancy bullshit.
I mean, we can flavor it like that.
It does do interesting things for cover if you're
Yeah,
That
but
would
I
be
also have
interesting.
like
doing
Move Earth. Stone
Yeah, this
shape.
does sound so lame for something called Bones
Yeah.
of the Earth. That's fucked up. I think
Yeah.
that this should grow like a tree that tries to eat you. I think everything should grow a tree that tries to eat you.
I was gonna say.
That's my
That
personal
yeah,
philosophy.
that sounds like something up your alley.
All right. We have done our boat tasks.
Boat task.
Boat
Boat
tasks.
task.
Love doing boat tasks. All right. Anything you would like to stop me at any point if I'm moving too fast. I figured we want to keep it moving because it's mostly travel.
Yep.
All right.
All good here.
So you arrive. You
Do we make
arrive
it there
in
on time, or
Last
like
gate.
a day or two late?
Last Gate. Thank you.
I got you.
Yeah, you arrive in Last Gate midday on the 11th of Deep Hive, as scheduled. It does, however, like you get there at midday, but they gotta go through all the customs, and you have to wait on lines. So the time that you actually are out of the dock building in the city, it's like 2 in the afternoon. You gotta pick up your luggage and all of that. I mean, you could pay. You know how it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so it is early afternoon. The 11th of Deep Hive. Dora says that she will be waiting near Castle Soul. Okay.
Sorry, hold on.
Arik, I'm just gonna want you to be thinking about this in the back of your head about where a teleportation circle would be.
Oh,
You know?
do you like want an answer or?
Oh, I just wasn't sure if you had thought about it and wanted you to think about it a little.
Absolutely. No,
Okay.
I know. A teleportation circle is absolutely going to appear. Hold on, let me actually get my sheet.
I'm imagining it's probably near the Mage Tower, the library,
Yeah, it's going to be in the university.
or the embassies. Or the university. There's like a lot of different. There's a few different places it could be.
My instinct was the university,
Okay.
because that's the place of magic, and teleportation circles are exclusively a magical mode of travel. It's not just if you're rich you can afford this. or that's my impression.
Um,
Um,
it is primarily magical. I would
but
say there are those who.
because here's the thing, right? God, House Larissa is like in control of basically all the mages in the city,
Mhm.
because they have access to the best research, and they make very good offers, uh, because magic is part of their power, and so they would be working very hard to ensure that if anyone wanted to come into the city via magic, it would be under their control.
Mhm.
Because it doesn't actually matter to them that that that's a travel thing, and maybe they should go with the docks like everyone else. And the security is the purview of House Tonklona. No, it's a kind of power. It's a kind of
Mhm.
influence. Um, and so it's definitely going to be in the
Lore district.
the lore district, and I'm betting it's actually going to be in the. Hold on, let me check. It's either not there. It's not there. Is it going to be you? My thought was the university because I thought that was the seat of all power, but it might actually be the mage tower. You're right. Um,
I
Section
could see
22.
either way. I think that it's certainly more like it's possible there are two, like a university one and
Yeah,
a private one.
it is not in the library,
Mhm.
because though the library is within the lore district, House Larissa does not control that neighborhood.
Mhm.
That's the beige ones are
Yep.
the last remnants of the king's control, and the king's guard are still holding on to those places for now.
Mhm.
Color coding is fun. Um,
We haven't seen we aren't seeing the Rome City view yet because we're not there. But don't worry.
ah,
So don't worry on Switch. When we get there, I will be switching to the Rome City view. It's just spoilers for now.
yeah. I kind of figured Mage Tower is where all the magic users go and study and learn in particular, and practice and experiment. And the university it's not one university. It's a bunch of different types of schools. Like
Mhm.
there's the College of Statecraft
Okay, so it would make more sense to be in the Mage Tower.
and Diplomacy. There's the College of uh, Economics and something else. There's it's all of the high learning in the city, except like the book learning goes on in the university.
It's
Um,
economics and economics too. Thanks.
yeah, and they have some uh, mechanics courses in there, but if you want to learn how to make stuff, you're better off in the Sparkle Cow.
All right.
I'm just shouting out names.
I love this. Love
I've
this.
got the map in front of me.
The map is in maps. It's a little bit up.
Yeah. So
Um,
my thing is like, because you're right that actually some nobles might and from other places might enter into the city via magic teleportation circles. And if nobles are doing that, they're probably going to the university, because the reason most nobles would want to come to Rome, uh, or maybe not most, but a lot, is to get their kids a good education.
mhm. I would say
Uh,
it's probably like it's probably a graduation project for the Mage Tower to be like, okay, you have to like do a residency at the university at the university teleportation circle and deal with all
yeah,
those people coming in.
yeah. So basically, I can either see Dora's teleportation circle letting us out in the Mage Tower or the
I
university
think it's
because
probably
there
the
are
university.
there are reasons for House Larissa to have it be in either of those places.
Mhm.
Uh,
All right.
But regardless, Larissa will probably have all of these places. I'm not sure. I probably made this clear to you. All of these different factions have their own, basically private armies,
Mhm.
um, to some degree, because that's how they control territory. So it's not going to be poorly guarded, regardless of where it is. Do I exist?
You exist. I can hear you.
Okay. Just checking. Sorry, something weird happened on my computer. Just saw your messages. Sorry, I've been staring at the map
You're
and
fine.
notes for the past several minutes.
Um.
So unless there's anything else you want to ask me, Nemo.
Nope. We can go to
Cool.
Castle Soul.
Yeah.
I think
Do we think we
before
could get there tonight if we started like right away at like 2:30?
Just what were you saying?
I would like to, before we get there. Hold on, let me check a thing. I need to see what a spell does.
I think you will get there very late.
Okay. I think before we get there, if I want to turn into a very fast bird and just real quick fly over the singing wood just to bird's eye view check that it looks intact. But I'm going to stay in bird form, circle back.
Roll the d20 for me.
Don't make me do that. Don't make me do that. I got a 13.
All looks good.
Okay.
You do feel a tugging as you pass over a particular spot, but it lets you go.
Does it feel like my parent?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
They know you stopped by.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, and I rejoin people and we go to Castle Soul.
Yeah. You know what? I think Journey is probably gonna like on the way through the city.
Mhm.
Just walk past the Sure Step Tavern.
Oh, that's where we started.
That's where we started.
I don't remember anything we did in
Liz and Ord.
the city.
Liz and Ord!
Oh
You know
yeah.
what? I'm gonna roll a d20 and see if you run into Liz and Ord.
And there were all the like leaders
You
or
actually
whatever.
run into Ord.
Ord?
Um,
Oh my
I
god.
forgot what Liz and Ord were like. Are they goblins?
They
I
were
halflings?
either
I thought they were dwarves.
kobolds or goblins.
There's a gnome and 2 goblins.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think
amongst Liz, Ord, and Hoggle.
Hoggle. I think Hoggle's probably a gnome. I think Hoggle's a gnome. And they're two goblin friends.
2 goblins, yeah.
You run into Ord. And then they watch it.
Oh.
Holy shit! All ground up.
Oh, it's a goblin and a gnome. I think.
Sure.
She.
Listen. This was 2 years ago.
It
wrote
was.
nearby
Oh
table
my
near
God, it
bar,
was.
goblin and gnome arguing passionately and worriedly.
I see.
Okay, yes. So Liz is probably the goblin, the gnome.
It's an Ord. Ord, right?
Yeah, I don't remember who you are, but I know your face. You helped Hoggle out of a jam. Thank you. I ain't
course.
forgotten Hoglass. Fucked him up something awful.
Mm,
Them's the breaks.
them's the breaks.
Roll. Everyone roll. Let's see what we can do.
Did we run into that shopkeeper who flirted with
Ah!
Mile. I was just thinking about Mile.
Mile.
I was just thinking about Mile.
I was also,
I
but I
don't
wasn't going to
think
say anything.
I don't think that if you want to go by and see Mile, you can, but you don't
It's
have to.
fine.
Ord tries to pick your pocket. But rolls really badly.
What are we rolling?
I don't even think you have to roll. I think Willow's passive perception just catches it. Ord is trying to pick Ellie's pocket.
You know, for flavor, what would be funny is if he did get it and I just like grab
Took it out
it
of-
back,
Mhm.
Yeah.
hand it back to Ellie.
Ord shrugs. Them's the breaks.
Uh-huh.
Bet you can't
Again.
catch me! And black flips and runs off down the street.
Journey turns to Ellie and Willow.
Shit.
I could kill him.
Uh,
Willow did take it back.
Yeah.
Ord did
Oh, I
not
know.
leave with anything.
yeah. Uh,
He's harmless.
them's the breaks.
Them's the breaks.
Please tell me you two aren't going to start saying that.
I'll lose my mind. I'll for real lose my mind.
Them's the breaks.
them's the breaks.
Willow
I mean,
Maybe
becomes
Goblin, I can
Vriska.
only imagine what type of what is breaking that is being referred to in that phrase. Like
Canonically, it's
Break-
magic 8 balls.
breakages of bones. What?
Anyway,
Wait, what is it actually? I didn't know. I have not thought about what that saying actually means.
Me either.
I'm pretty sure it's something that arrived after the invention of cars. I think
I don't think it's spelled like that.
because
Them's the breaks is
I'm gonna type.
like a
Them's-
broken thing.
them's the breaks is I think it's like that's how this thing works, right?
I don't.
Them's the breaks outside of the thing is actually saying that is the breaks, like it's an identifying thing.
It's
I could
I'm
be
pretty
wrong.
sure it's spelled
break.
BREAK
Okay.
as opposed to BRAKE.
I could be wrong.
Them's the breaks.
It's entirely
I'm
possible
gonna
I'm wrong.
look
I
it
haven't
up.
looked this up.
Yeah, I am also.
I'm now distracted.
we are gonna have a break very soon.
Proverb, them's the breaks. Idiomatic.
That's
That's
the
just the
way-
way things happen. That's life. It doesn't seem to have any. Let's.
No, I'm
Yeah, the
Okay.
game of pool or
C'est la vie.
billiards.
It's like C'est la vie.
comes from the
except-
game of pool or billiards. When the
Yeah,
balls are
like
wrapped
from
up in
Bonska.
formation, one player breaks
Shut
off
up.
for a shot to try and
Oh.
send the balls around the table.
Right,
The
of
result of this
course.
break cannot be changed, and the players must make do with what they are given.
Just like
Shut
done.
up.
I'm done. All right, we're gonna. I would like us to get about to the Rome I'm gonna make Arik do a whole big introduction about Rome, but I want us to get there.
Yay.
Then we can take like a 10-minute break, and then we can have the rest of the session. Okay?
Okay.
All right. So, anything else we're doing before we get to Dora?
We walk.
All right. You make it there. You'll make it there probably like late in the evening, deep in the night, if you
Okay.
don't camp.
I don't think we're gonna camp.
I think we can press on.
At this point, there's like nothing scary in these woods.
Yep.
To us. Yeah.
Yeah, Dora is awake at Castle Soul.
She's a
She is.
necromancer. Of course, she's awake at night.
Listen, that's not the reason why she's awake. She's awake because she's an academic. I have
I
to make
stand by
that
what I
clear.
said.
As someone who like loves necromancy, I would not be awake in the middle of the night. It's because she's like a fucked up academic.
She's like a grad student, right?
She's a grad
Yeah.
student.
Yeah.
Of
That's
course
why she's awake.
Wait, where did she graduate?
I believe she went to school
Who's
in
to
Inofa.
say?
I believe she went to school in Inofa.
Okay.
But she's probably really familiar with the Tower of Namat. She also may have gone to school in Dele. In
Okay.
Olinthicon. Yeah. Anyway. Yes. Dora is awake and waiting for you. Well, she's not really waiting for you. She is scribbling down stuff in her notebook. And she's excited to see you. Hey, it's been a long time.
It
You're
has.
earlier than I thought you'd be. Did you sleep like at all? Do you want to like? I know it kind of sucks to sleep here, but do you want to take a nap?
I
Because
don't know.
I don't
Well, we
know
slept a
how.
lot on the boat.
I don't know where you're
Yeah.
planning on heading to in the city. You're from
Oh,
there.
that's a good point, actually.
I don't know how far it's gonna be until you like
It'll.
find a place to rest.
Is
I
there
mean,
like a subway system, like a bus? Can we get a taxi carriage?
Can you
So
afford like a rickshaw or something? They got people with bikes. That's expensive.
What's
I
a
I walk.
bike?
Oh, it's what if
pretty cool.
carts were bad at balancing and also you had to do all the work and not a horse?
Interesting.
I hate them. But
But what if I can just be a horse?
that's you're probably better off, but you really got to watch. Listen, in the streets in Rome, you really got to watch for people on bikes. They don't fuck around. Even as a horse, like they'll run into horses. Seen it happen.
Yeah, I'll run into
Yikes.
them.
Yeah, it will be. It like is it like how late is it? Like 10, 11?
It's at it's like 11.
Okay. So as much as I kind of want to get to Rome, I kind of don't know that because it'll take a while to cross through various parts of the city. It's a big city.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm already. Me and Tati go way back, but there's not really places to stay where we're
Well,
ending up.
I mean, this where would this teleportation circle of yours let out?
Uh, that's gonna be. Oh God, where was it again? Tati just told me. I think the one that I'm authorized to use now that I'm in this graduate program is the one in the Mage Tower.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Because if it was the one near the university, then I imagine there might be places to stay for those visiting the students. But
That's not too far, is it?
perhaps not too far. No. But we'd have to see. There'd probably be someone awake, certainly in Rome, willing to offer a
Oh,
place to sleep.
absolutely there will
But
be people awake. Yeah.
yeah,
I'm sure you can find something, but it's gonna be a matter of how you walk.
yeah.
I wouldn't bet on the university. there's
And
a reason why we're not going there.
Journey's going to turn to Willow and Ellie. So we could take our chances going through now and looking for and sleep in beds rather than on our bed rolls, or we could stay here, save a little money, and head to my family's place in the morning. They'd be happy to put you up.
I mean, you know the city best. If you think we can afford a place or that it's nearby, then we could just go. But if you think that it's going to be not worth it to get a night's stay and we should just stay the night here,
I think my parents would be somewhat irritated if they discovered that I'd been in the city for a night and hadn't contacted them yet. So we're going to sleep here
okay.
and go there in the morning.
Well, I do my
I think,
my bubble.
yeah. I think as this happens, I think I end up not necessarily pulling Dora to the side, but just sort of like ending up in conversation with her and
Dora immediately, as soon as you make, she recognizes that you're all tired, and you see that she's restraining herself from asking you 1,000 questions. Because she gets it, you're wiped. But the moment Ellie starts to actively engage her in conversation, she does ask 20 questions about every single symbol that you saw in Aghar.
he responds as well as he can.
Mm-hmm. So she's while you're talking, she's sketching these new god symbols.
Yeah. Oh, we found these, and he takes out his dad's notes to show her. These were my dad's. They were just in the labyrinth. It must have fallen out of his notebook when he was leaving or going or something, but he was in a hurry apparently. I don't know if you would want to look over these.
She pulls you aside further away from your companions.
Okay.
Ellie, I didn't want to. It seemed a little weird to put this in a sending,
Yeah.
My dad wrote about the city, and this wasn't there.
What do you mean?
I mean, maybe it's just that he. I don't know why he would keep it from me. I don't know why he would keep it from me if he did. But as far as I know, I have everything that was his, except for that last journal, wherever it wound up. And I have the journal from when they went here,
Mm-hmm.
to Aghar.
Nothing that we mentioned was there?
He wasn't as good as at writing in the symbols. I'm sure the symbols and stuff were there, but I forgot what I said was in the thing. Was it the stuff about the prophecy?
I have the notes on what was in the notes. One second.
Thank you for your service.
Yeah. Let me get it up.
Thank you.
Gosh.
Guy who doesn't remember things that they said 3 weeks ago.
It's fine. I just have to find it in my notes. It was notes on Sitha. Dora's dad is mentioned. Found some remnants of Sitha worship in Anofa, closer to the Sea of Styx. Found communication between this city and that one. And then notes on the Temple of Sitha and the honeycomb structures were used for body decomposition. And then there were the doodles. There wasn't
There wasn't
I don't
anything
think there was.
about Lacra.
No.
Shit.
We can retcon if you need to.
Hmm. Ellie didn't flip over the page, and all of it is there.
That would be really funny. I'm trying to figure out what to do. Decide what to do.
We discovered those notes before we discovered the prophecy is the thing.
Yeah.
It's possible there were like other notes that we discovered in a next to the prophecy room or something.
I'm gonna do a little retcon. She says she acknowledges everything on the notes, and she's just confused as why the prophecy said there was a prophecy, right?
Yeah.
They looked through every corner of that city. I have the notes back at home, and there was nothing. Wasn't it? Was it open, the whole thing? Because
Yeah.
Somebody took a rubbing. I assumed it was them.
oh jeez.
I am butting into your conversation.
Okay.
With my eavesdropping skills of high perception.
Yes. When we were exploring, we saw tracks from what we assumed was our parents' group. And when we got to the prophecy, it stopped there and backtracked. They didn't go any further after they saw it. We assumed that it was them.
I guess I'll have to check through the book again. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I don't know why he would keep this from me. Or, hey, how did... We gotta compare more notes about this, because they explored the whole thing in the journals I have. Did you have to go through any... Was anything...
Say again?
Was anything locked? Because they would have opened it. I don't remember the details, but I know there's a second exit, right?
Yeah, it's a button activated shaft that brings you up to the top.
That sounds familiar, but I mean, I couldn't say if that's exactly, but... Huh. This is freaking me out a little. I'm not gonna lie.
No kidding. I wish I could help compare notes, but I don't have.
You gotta get going, and you never...
Yeah. I can...
No, I'm sorry. It's... delicate.
No. I want to help. I think he writes down the name of the university that his dad worked at. Which would have been in probably Gadu. And just hands it to her and says he didn't keep all of his notebooks at the house. He might have kept some there. They'll probably have it in an archive or something.
Journey, yo, you sleep?
No, I'm not. I'm over here finished setting up, watching the three of you whisper.
Great.
I'm not
We're gonna
whispering.
stop whispering.
We're not whispering.
And come over here where the bedrolls are,
up
so you
to
can
insert herself into the conversation. I think she just yelled it over her shoulder.
Are you gonna need me again in Rome, or are you good from there?
Should be good.
Quick... Okay, great.
I mean, it's not a quick place to where we're getting, but that's...
No, like, are you gonna be in and out day? Is it
No.
an overnight or is it weeks? All right.
It's almost certainly weeks.
Great. I'm gonna do more research on some of this fucked up shit.
While I'm talking to you, Dora, I did want to caution you against
Sure.
sharing information with others too blithely or liberally. And even I do not expect you to follow my advice, but I would be remiss if I do not suggest you put down for a time your investigation of Forgotten Gods.
I respect that you asked. I can't promise, man.
I know you cannot.
It's,
Simply,
and I can't really
in that
promise
case,
not to share, because
why not?
that's not the way academia works. I mean, healthy academia.
Did Journey overhear the part of the conversation that was like about I don't know why my father wouldn't tell me this or XYZ or whatever?
Roll perception.
They weren't necessarily speaking quietly, but
I think Dora was more to be like, this is a freaky thing, and I don't want to freak
Mhm.
everyone out.
I see.
Right.
Yeah.
My perception isn't bad at all. That's like a 13.
I don't think that you heard it specifically.
Okay. In that case, Journey is just going to say, I am extremely concerned about the contents of. I know we told you, but after we told you about the prophecy, I became more worried about its potential and what happens if it fulfills.
I understand why you haven't told me about it. Well, what it says.
Oh, we didn't tell her? Sorry,
I thought you decided not to tell her.
Arek got confuzzled.
I thought you decided just to mention that there was a prophecy being.
Yeah, we haven't
vague.
said exactly what it is.
I understand
Okay.
why you don't want to tell me. And you know what? That's a
Specifically,
decision that you guys can make, and I'm okay with it. But I understand you got to know where I'm coming from too, and what I will do with information when I get it. I mean, unless it's really like I can make a killing on a book about this, and my academic arch rival really wants to do it, but that's a whole different situation. I try not to have academic arch rivals. It's a lot of work.
I didn't know that was a thing.
I could tell you stories, but I won't. You folks gotta hit the hay.
Yeah. Well, you are capable of making your own decisions. I just want to inform you that there might be an element of danger to continuing the
There's an
spread of that
element of danger
knowledge
to everything.
more
We
than
wouldn't be
usual.
anywhere.
Dora, look at me. It will be dangerous. Journey's actually going to try and intimidate here.
Oh my god.
Alright. I have to run to the restroom soon, so we gotta wrap this up.
Yep, sorry.
No worries.
Ooh, that's nice. That's a 21.
Dora will.
I don't know that Journey has any particular goal in mind.
She steps right up to you.
Ooh.
And she's taller than you are.
That doesn't bother me. Everyone in this group's taller than I am.
Yeah. She nods.
Good. I'm gonna sleep.
All right. Alrighty. You awaken, and Dora transports you to Rome in the morning. On the other side, you see a relatively plain-looking room. You see there are a few like magical chalkboards and whiteboards up on the wall, where you see bits of formulas, increasingly arcane, written out. And as you emerge from the teleportation circle, there to greet you, along with a representative of the tower itself in the sort of wizardly garbs of the House Larissa, journey you would recognize, is a ruby crystal dragonborn,
Mm.
of
Whoa.
about Dora's age, um, who she runs to and embraces in a big hug and says, "Tati! It's so good to see you. These are my friends. These guys?"
Ellie does a little wave.
I do a little curtsy.
Journey will give a nod.
This is not a person you particularly recognize.
The
The,
Gemstone Dragonborn.
Gemstone Dragonborn.
So
You do, I believe, recognize she is wearing a house crest. And you would recognize this as well. Not a very high house, but like sort of one of the lower nobles. Probably below you in rank, but not of a sophisticated and a long-standing house. The house,
certainly below my father.
certainly below your father.
Journey's uh, standing is one that I never actually entirely figured out in terms of rank, because the son of a Margrave, but I don't know that he has any noble titles himself yet.
This is a person of the house Rotidendra.
Oh,
And
And on that, we are going to take a break until 8:10. Sound good?
Mhm.
Sure.
yep.
All right, we'll be back, and then we will
By Twitch.
see finally the map of Rome.
Yay.
For you.
gamers. Hello, Twitch.
Hi, Twitch.
At long last,
Mm.
the Rome map is here.
Yay. Is it on screen right now?
It's on screen
Wait.
right now.
Isn't it pretty?
Where is it?
It is
Oh.
very pretty. Everyone say thank you, Arik.
Thank you, Ari.
I stole most of it.
How do I find it?
I stole the general shape. I put a lot of work into all of those numbers. I had to type all those numbers
Hot damn.
because they didn't exist.
How do I find the map?
Well,
It's in map channels.
it's in maps. Just scroll up a
This?
bit.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. The
not a-
circle one.
Yep. Rome is
Yeah.
a city of concentric circles.
All right. You are in the Mage Tower. Dora has just introduced you to Tati Rotodendra.
Is Tati a full name or like a full first name, or is that a nickname?
Full first name.
Yes.
Tati Rotodendra.
Good to know.
And she's wearing the mage robes that have the colors of the House Larissa. But it is sort of in a style that is more native to Yama. She's sort of wearing a sari. Yeah. And she does speak with a little bit of a Vaisha accent.
She's one of two people in this room to greet us, is that right?
Yes.
And the other person is just someone in Larissa robes
Yep.
or something?
Actually, no, she doesn't have a Vaisha accent, but she is dressed in Yama clothing.
Mhm.
Yama styles. Mm-hmm. Yes, there is there is another person who is kind of standing to the side. God, let me look into my own freaking notes.
Journey is going to step forward and basically say thank you to the two people here for being here to welcome them, and then thank Dora for facilitating their travel. And the two of you will. This is Journey's more formal voice.
Mm-hmm.
Arik is having trouble coming up with the words at the moment, but it's official. I also don't want to speak actual words in case I distract Nemo with this is the exact thing I say, because Nemo's looking through their notes. And I also want to be ready to retract this in case something else happens first. But I don't know that Journey's clothes have the symbol of either House Obsidio or House Aureax on them.
Mm-hmm.
But I know he's got a signet ring. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's probably. I think it's probably the signet ring of like the heir to the Margrave ship.
Mm-hmm.
So it probably does have House Obsidio's symbol on it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna roll perception check for Tati.
I'm trying to figure out whether it's good manners to introduce himself as a member of House Aureax. of House Obsidia, that is. Because, if his family had more power, right, people would recognize him, is the thing. Because rank-wise, they're only one rank below the Dukes. But they don't have a ton of power. Because the source of their power was once, control over a forest, which is now a field of broken obsidian. See, in my mind, I kind of imagined that the nod that Journey gave was like one of a set of official like bows that you do. Like
Yeah, okay.
recognized.
That would make sense.
And it's one for I am acknowledging you, but I am of a higher rank than you.
Tati does clock this and adjusts her bow accordingly.
Okay.
She doesn't seem to recognize you particularly, but does recognize the gesture that you make.
Yeah. Since Dora has been so good as to begin the introductions, I shall complete them. This is Ellie. This is Willow. And I am Journey Obsidia of House Obsidia. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Pleasure is mine. Thank you for gracing us with your presence. You haven't had much cause to come around here often, I would imagine. You
I
are
have
less interested in the wizardly arts. Not to me
no,
any
of course.
disrespect.
None taken. No. I have some occasion to visit here occasionally, but I don't believe I've ever been in this room. I'm a friend of the Count Andrim, if you know him. I believe he was. I honestly do not recall whether he was working here in the Mage Tower or in the university when last I heard.
Okay. That makes sense. Yes. He's working he's mostly in the university. For now, I believe, yeah, it is university for now. I can't really say anything more.
No, of course not. Thank you for that information. It is very useful. I appreciate it.
She
And
gives you a big dragonborn grin.
and if there is nothing else that we need to do officiality-wise, we shall leave you to catch up with your friend.
You can see them now. They are an Asimar person in the House Larissa robes. Comes forward at this and says, "Would you need? Do you intend to remain within the Lord District?" Yeah. Ooh, said that one right. Do you intend to remain within the Lord District? Or would you require an escort to other parts of the city? I
I
will, of
believe
course, accompany you to the exit of the Mage Tower. But we can arrange for further escort.
I shall welcome your escort outside of the tower. Our intent is to head to Arik is looking through notes. Our intent is to find ourselves in the Amber Ward, specifically the Great Houses.
Of course. Of course.
So I believe we shall be needing something in the manner of, what is it, Alquins?
Hmm?
Arik's trying to remember the term, I guess carriage
Palanquin?
will work if carriages are a thing here.
Palanquins?
That was the word that I had originally, but
Palanquins, I believe is how it's pronounced.
it's
Palanquin.
Keens, right.
Yeah.
But come to think of it, Journey will actually not say that. Journey will say, we're happy to flag down a coach or something on our own, though. Kind of thing.
As the young master wishes.
Journey will nod.
I don't know how subtle this is, but I try to subtly look at Ellie and I mouth quietly, "Young master."
Yeah. Ellie does the same. It just kind of does the same, like kind of what the look back.
Like, so there's a thing which is the two of you have seen Journey get very comfortable with with you two, and occasionally Journey does, formal bows and stuff. Journey is like as straight as a ruler right now.
Right.
Ooh, yeah.
And there is an intonation to his voice, which is it's of command. It's an intonation of command in almost every syllable that he's exuding right now.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And as such, when they say "let the young master," as the young master wishes, Journey will say, "Let us then be on our way." And
yeah, they will lead you down through the wizard tower.
Excellent.
You are a few floors up.
How many floors up?
3 or 4, I'd
Yeah.
say.
So Arik doesn't need to know. Journey's going to count.
Okay. You are 3 floors up.
Cool.
All right.
Every time we pass a window, Willow gets distracted and has to
every
jog a few
window that you
steps.
pass looks out on a very different scene.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Magic window.
Magic windows.
Then I get even more distracted and have to constantly jog.
I think Ellie is like every time they pass one and sees she's kind of lingering, just kind of tugs at her skirt, like, come on.
The guide will not make any comment on this. How many times does it happen? I believe it starts to happen frequently. The guide will clear their throat very pointedly, but still will not say anything. Right this way. And shows you out of the wizard tower.
Okay. Once we get out of the wizard tower, Journey will turn around and just say, "You did your job well," and leave it at that.
They will give the formal bow.
Thank you.
And they will
Yes.
stay at the door
As we leave.
as you leave. Yep.
In which case, yeah, Journey's gonna get either a type of transportation.
I'm trying to
If
think about what there is.
So here's the thing, right?
Paradise?
This city is in some ways based on the city of Capital in someone else's game. And in that in that game, one of the factions is powerful because they're a farrier's guild, and what they have is for the nobility. They have these, like taxi cabs, flying carpets.
Mm.
God.
Which, when I was designing this city, I'm like, this world is not high magic enough for that to work, and so I completely changed that faction's power base.
Are there like automatons in the city?
There probably are some, yeah,
Well,
almost certainly,
could there
actually.
be like I'm sort of, I don't know if this is accurate. I've sort of been picturing Rome in sort of like an industrial era, like 1800s vibe.
Certain parts of it
Agreed.
are definitely experimenting with steam power,
Okay.
definitely. I just don't know
I'm
how much that would.
I don't know why it's bicycles for me this week, but it's bicycles for me this week. So uh what there are, in terms of transportation, the most luxury transportation is um it's like one or two bicyclists. No, it's one bicyclist pedaling a like steam enhanced bike. So it's like the bike carriages.
Wait,
Um,
where's the steam engine on the bike?
oh, you know,
All right.
it's a clonky bike.
Guess magic can create
No, it's just
things that
it's a bike that doesn't look right.
I see.
okay.
This bike don't look right.
It's probably actually like a good amount taller than regular bikes. It's not built for ease of maneuverability. It's no, you like step up to get on the seat, and there are all these things going on underneath, and then there are pedals which don't just move the wheels, but move some other mechanism inside.
Yeah, it's yeah. The pedals are to like push the steam through, and the steam rolls the wheels. So it's one bicyclist, or they have you can rent steam scooters and steam bikes.
No. No fucking scooters. No.
Um,
No.
Journey is
We
going
are
to, I guess,
no.
flag. I don't know if you flag down bike coach. You probably don't, because of you probably like go to a station and get one or something. I don't know.
yeah, you would go. You would go to actually. What you would do? Yeah, you would go to a station.
Maybe you flag one down. I don't know.
Does the
I'm
No,
water tower have
no,
like a depot?
you would probably flag one down.
Could
okay.
it be like, you know how like fancy hotels or whatever they have like, or like tourist locations, there's a lot of them like hanging around
Yeah, you do see
waiting
some
to pick up
hanging
somebody?
around. Actually, they wouldn't be around the wizard tower. Because you
Right.
know
Because
what
wizards
wizards
can
can do?
fly.
Can fucking
Why?
fly.
We probably are seeing various people flying around because
Yes.
Whoa.
it's fast and it's a third level spell.
Yeah.
I can also fly. Just saying.
Does Willow like say that in
Yes.
response to saying that?
Good.
Yes.
Excellent.
I think Journey is gonna just. It's not a competition,
I'm just saying.
but if it were, yes, you are better, Willow.
You're able to flag one down without much
Yeah.
difficulty.
And I'm going to direct them to bring us to the Great Manor houses. And I guess technically, if this is a taxi cab, us probably know the location of
Yep.
the House Oriax, a House Obsidian. God, I should not have named both of these with O.
Your
It was-
own downfall.
Yeah,
Your own.
the House Obsidio Manor House.
Yep.
Also, Nemo, it was my kind of guess, I didn't write this down, that either between each and every one of the like little divided up lines or between the big ones, there are basically customs,
Mm.
uh,
Whoa.
Oh.
like subdivided, not and like if you're rich, you can go through much quicker. If you're not, you have to walk in line because
Yes. Yep. I would
and
say that's
that's
probably the big lines, the district lines.
yeah. Uh, Yeah, the big lines. Yeah, okay. I wasn't sure because I'm like that means they'd have to set up all of these things once they controlled them, but whatever. But specifically, we're going to have to go through one, uh, and there might be a fee. I don't know. It's a thing. Uh, but primarily, it's just this is the end of our territory. This is the beginning of yours.
Um, it's kind of it's less of a like customs fee, and it's more like a transit authority toll. Um, so you do have to personally go through customs. But you go through very quickly, and the bicyclist is the one who has to pay um a fee of 1 gold per passenger.
Okay,
Um,
and so that's included in our charge
that
for
is included
yeah.
in your charge. Yep.
Okay,
Rome is
good
full of
to know.
toll roads. Woohoo.
Absolutely.
Yuck.
Haha. uh,
All right. Will you talk to us a little bit about the Amber Ward? I want us to wrap up relatively soon, just so we can get.
Sure. You mean what it looks like and stuff?
Yeah, because you're probably making your way through to get to the great
Yeah.
houses.
Okay. Amber Ward. Amber Ward. Let's go. Um, the Amber Ward is uh kind of majestic in a way that the Lore District kind of isn't. The Lore District is impressive in its own way. It's got magic going on and impressive things. Uh, a lot of the Amber Ward feels like um, the great New England houses and Tudor style building. It's uh, everything here is pretty and beautiful architecture. Other places in the city have more of a worn, like it's still impressive. It's got a bit more of a worn down look, slightly more dust covered, slightly more rust covered. This place is full of like shining white marble and various other things. We pass in our travel through it, and Journey will actually point it out to you and like say, "Hey, there's a great view." A massive cathedral um, that is built probably on top of a small hill. Nowhere in Rome, by the way, is there such a thing as a single-story building. Um, everything has some type of layers or other things. And in the Amber Ward, things are actually a little bit more spread out. In the Lore District, the first place you saw, things were much more crowded right next to each other. The Amber Ward, they get a bit more spaced out, a bit more luxurious. There's little tiny patches of. There are probably some planted trees in this ward. Um, city style, uh, well tended, looking pretty good. But it's a well kept stone road. Uh, you will probably there are probably some various guards in this place, as there are others. towards the end of our journey, you'll start to see great manor houses. They're all in the same kind of area. They're mansions. They're next to each other. Some are relatively small mansions, some are big mansions. This is where basically all the nobility live. They live to get not all of the nobility. Lots of the lesser nobility have their own houses elsewhere, but all of the dukes and probably all of the slightly lower ranked, like I imagine the marquises and probably the earls and counts have mansions here. This is the great manor houses, the old families. And Journey will probably point out, that's the manor house of House Oriax, that's House Larissa, that's House Tonplona.
Do the big manor houses have like lawns, or are they manor houses but like city squashed?
There's a good amount of space, like because there are like fences around each one, and a good amount of area within them. There's probably some grass tended to in them. Yeah.
Okay. I'm
But
scoping
what
out where
is
the nature is.
yeah, there's some nature in some places, but it is actually, come to think of it, this is probably the place where you'd pass a park or two. Like if there's a place where there's going to be a naturally preserved park, this is the area that it's going to be in. Unless it's an Amity, it might be an Amity too. But oh well. There's definitely one in here, which is there's a section with grasses yet, but actually probably a lot of the trees are kept in that park. You'll see, people chattering to each other, selling things in some areas. Other areas are purely residential. You're seeing more temples and churches in this entire ward than you did in other places. But not once you enter the section with the great manor houses. Once you enter the great manor houses, it's purely residential, and there aren't really many small buildings in this section. Just for your identifying yourselves, the great manor houses are in section 16 of the Amber Ward, and that's a little bit below the green one, green section. Until eventually we get to one of the manor houses, which belongs to Journey's family.
I have a question. Did you sent something with Bennu to that she could let people know that she's associated with you?
Yeah. Yeah, I
Did you
did.
tell her to go particularly to your family?
Let me check. Hold on. I remember thinking that I was going to. I can't actually find the bit where I say enclosed is.
Yeah.
I know I intended to. So probably at some point, I gave Bennu a letter of introduction
Yes.
from me. And I probably would have written a note. I definitely would have written a note to Bennu saying, if you desperately need help, here is where my family stays. They don't know I work for Hell.
Okay.
So
she wouldn't
don't.
have gone to them likely.
So don't. So if you need to, don't. If you absolutely need to, you can tell them, but do other
You
things
could
first.
easily say like, I'm a friend of Journey's. Doesn't have to be like through hell.
Yeah. If you need a place to stay, desperately you can, but they're nobles, so, you know.
So we told her that we were teleporting to Rome and would be there soon. Would we have also told her to meet us there? Like
Probably
where
not, actually.
Okay.
Because that's not a place where you meet your friends.
Right.
You know,
You could have set
let's
up.
meet outside the White House. You know,
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
You could have
you
set up
can
a
do
meeting
that.
place, if you would like, and you don't have to decide on what it is now, but you can like decide because we're not gonna get there.
It's probably a favorite eatery of Journey's.
And I feel like you probably set it for a day from now, just in case. Give yourself a little bit more time. Of course, you can probably summon Bennu early, if you have the resources to do so, but you don't have to.
Do not have to.
All right. So, what's your passive perception, Journey?
My passive perception is
what's your
11.
Perception, okay.
Yeah, Journey's passive perception isn't great. He's got a wisdom of 13 and is not proficient.
Let me look at a character description.
Yep. Journey is at might. No, I think Journey's just gonna be taking in the familiar sights and pointing out places to Ellie and Willow.
Who are probably just enraptured.
Willow?
Yeah.
I feel like you haven't noticed until now, but as you disembark, someone's been following you.
Someone as in who does they look who would more?
You're seeing a shadowy figure. You are seeing horns. You would assume they are a tiefling.
Okay.
Or some variation therein.
I'm gonna elbow Journey and like
Yes,
nod my
Willow.
head.
Roll a perception check, Journey.
I can do that. 12.
You don't see anything.
Can I roll? Cause like that was my passive. Can I roll perception to like see more closely?
Yeah.
Wow, that went okay.
Oh,
I'll get that
no.
later.
Oh, I heard that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's under my bed somewhere now.
Oh no.
I just rolled a natural 1.
Oh.
I think I turn around to see where they were and they like disappeared.
Yep, they're gone. And you're like,
Oh.
I don't think. I guess it was nothing. And do you continue to approach the manor?
Did Willow?
Did you draw?
Not
I think.
Okay.
Willow say, I think we're being followed.
I'm gonna. There was something following us. Horned, shadowy, tiefling-like. Someone you know?
Journey's probably gonna gesture around to the people around the street, roughly half of whom are tieflings.
As you say, someone you know, Journey, pair of arms throw themselves around your neck.
Yeah.
And a familiar voice says,
"Start strangling me." No.
And you see, popping out of nowhere, your sister Mystery. Not Mayhem. Mystery, yeah, it's Mystery.
Yeah.
Mayhem's the mom.
Mystery.
Oh boy.
Yep.
There's lots of names.
Oh, good. Yes, there are. And those ones both are M.
Yeah.
Why did you do that?
Why did you do this?
You see your sister Mystery. And I think that's where we're gonna leave off for today. Just because I have to go to bed.
But
sorry.
I want to say hi to. I want to meet her.
I'm sorry. You'll get to next week. I'm just so tired, Mo.
It's fair.
I'm also tired.
Yeah.
All right. Good night, Twitch.
Good
Yeehaw.
night. Yeehaw.